Hey everybody, Run this 342 here with another Warframe gameplay, and today we're going to be talking about the Warframe ability tweaks that have occurred. This is part 2, we'll be doing one more, so part 3 will be the last one, which would just be about one Warframe. So what Warframes are we going to go over today? Well, we're going to go over Ember, we're going to go over Gara, we're going to go over Mag, and we're going to go over Vault. We're going to start off with Ember, reading with its description, saying World of Fire. World of Fire is its ultimate ability, fourth ability. So 5 seconds after casting, a percentage will begin counting up on the ability icon, as the percentage scales from 0 to 100 over 10 seconds. The ability's energy cost and damage dealt both grow to double, while the ability radius shrinks to half. So essentially you're going to be doing more damage the longer you have the ability going. Once you hit 10 seconds, you're doing double damage. However, you're also wasting double the energy, and your range of your World on Fire is shrunk to half of its original radius. So it's mostly to allow you, the player, the Tenno, to use it when you only need to and not keep it on and just forget you have it on. So the penalty is you're kind of using more energy a lot faster, so only use it when necessary. Moving on to Gara, we have Mass Victorify, which is her ability to cast the glass walls. Now, how the glass walls work is once the wall goes through an enemy, that enemy becomes glass. So the whole tweak with Gara is the health of those walls. Now, it says here, wall health scales based on health and shields of the enemies it glasses over. So, the more enemies you hit with the ability, the more health your glass will have, your glass ability. It's this has kind of happened because sometimes when you cast it at high level missions, the glass just shatters instantly because the enemies are too powerful. Now, since it scales by the enemies who are glazed, I guess, they're glassed with the ability, their health is added to this wall. Now, I'm not sure if it's the exact health of each and every enemy, or it's a percentage of the enemy's level calculated with their actual health. I'm not sure, and also the amount. I don't know the calculations, but in general, it scales best based on the health and shields of the enemy, so it's scaling. Now moving down to Mag. Mag has two changes. We have Polarize and we have Crush. Shards, here, let's read Polarize. Shards created by Polarize now scale based on power strength. Okay. As well as percentage of damage done to that specific enemy. So your Polarize now is scaling based on your power strength mod. The power strength of your Warframe. It scales, which is nice. And now as well as the percentage of damage done to that specific enemy. That's interesting. I'd like to see how that works, that percentage of damage done to the specific enemy. Maybe what they're trying to say is that it scales now to high level enemies. If that's so, that sounds great. And moving now to Crush, which is Mag's ultimate. Each stage of Crush emits a shield heal for Mag. Restores shields to nearby allies per damaged instance, based on the number of enemies affected. So essentially what this does is once you use your Crush, by determining by the amount, once you use Crush, the amount of shields you regen depends, as well as your allies, depends on how much enemies are actually hit with your Crush ability. You will gain a shield regen, and so will your allies that are near you. So it's just based on how many number of enemies have been actually hit with your Crush. So that's Mag. Now we're gonna end it now with Volt. Its discharge has been, I would say, I want to say buff, but it's more of a tweak. In this video you're seeing me playing as Volt, and I really like how the enemies just die when I use the ability. So discharge. Remove the damage cap. Increased base damage output from 750 to 1200. Damage and stun duration are halved for enemies farther away from Vault. affected by mods. Sorry, I had to yawn a bit. I am exhausted. But discharge. Goods and there's pros and cons to the discharge. Pros is your damage cap is gone, and your base damage has been buffed. The con is you're gonna have to add some stretch mods if you want this to actually go somewhere. As well as enemies that are not in the same room as you will not be affected by this. And if they are, by chance, it's a small amount of damage. Because the most damage occurs right at the center of where Vault is and uses the ability. So, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but to just sum it up, you do more damage to enemies near you. You do less damage to enemies that are not near you, that they're far away. Enemies who are far away will have not only the damage half, but the amount of time that they're stunned is half. However, enemies that are right in front of you, that does not change. The stun time and the damage, it does not change. The damage is buffed. The stun time, I think it's normal. I'm not quite certain of how long your stun time is. I'm not a pro Volt player. But that is the changes for Ember, Gara, Volt, and Mag. I do hope you enjoyed this video. As for the Prime Unvaulting giveaway, I have messaged the winner, and since there were only two 10-0 that participated, the one who did not win the Vault Unvaulted Primes will be receiving 75 Platinum from me. So I am very glad that I had some contestants. Just be sure to always read the video descriptions like always, as well as subscribe if you would like to see more from me. I'm not an Advent YouTuber. I do videos on changes that occur in Warframe. I am a very busy individual, so I do put some time in since YouTube is something fun I like to do. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Run342. Hope you have a great day, and have a good night.